Hey, this is Brett the Hitman Hart, and you're listening to the Smacked Raw podcast.
What? Okay, well, has this always been a thing? Where have I been?
Hey everyone, welcome to the Smacked Raw podcast, the exclusive recap show for WrestlingNewsWorld.com, also found here at YouTube.com/Smacked Raw podcast and everywhere else your podcasts are found. And then, of course, for you guys that are joining in the live stream, thank you for joining us. Make sure to head over to twitch.tv/Smacked Raw podcast. We are going to soon just be moving our stream almost exclusively over there. Primarily, we're coming off Facebook soon. I am your host, Kyle. If this is your first time joining us, we're a wrestling recap show. Although we're doing a little bit of extra stuff now on the side, RN, aren't we?
We got a couple of different things going on.
we got some of the classic YouTube stuff coming up, like top 10 lists, and then we got this new debate show coming up. Which actually episode 2 with professional wrestler LSG is dropping Thursday night at 10 p.m. Make sure to tune in and watch that. You hearing me all right, RN? I hear you got the headphone moving.
I turned it up a little bit. It got a little soft, so I turned mine up.
I got you, man. But yeah, man, exciting stuff going on the Smack Drop podcast. RN, how you doing today, man?
Doing good. First time watching AEW live, and gonna have to say months probably. So
yeah. For you regular viewers, obviously this is a little different. Of course, you're used to Rob and Kevin running AEW. Unfortunately, it does look like Rob is going to be gone for the unforeseen future. The guy got promotion in his shoot job. We're all really happy for the man, but he says his schedule is all effed up, and yeah, so he's going to be gone, probably as a regular host. He's going to be tuning in, maybe as a guest spot here and there. For the time being, I am going to be hosting AEW until, if you guys have ever been interested in running and hosting and taking part in a podcast, hit me up on Twitter at The Kai Tai Show or at the show's channel at SmackDraw Pod. And maybe we can work something out, man, because we are looking for a host for AEW. It's going to be fun. But yeah, we're all sad to see Rob have to take a leave. Of course, we're also happy for the man because, I mean, he's making more money for his family, so.
Absolutely.
Yeah, awkward. I don't know how to transition out of that, RN. I'll go into a funny thing that happened today before we get into the show. I pulled off. You know, when you've been with the missus for a while, you guys might loosen up, play some pranks on each other.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I got my wife good today. I got her so fucking good, man. So this is what happened. I get up this morning. I go in my office. I'm hanging out. And then, I have some coffee. And you know what that first cup of coffee gets you, right?
Yeah.
So I go to the restroom, and I realize it's locked. But luckily, I got those weak-ass locks where you can just take like a penny and unlock it.
Yeah.
And so she's in there showering. And so I'm in the restroom now. And she doesn't know I'm in there. She has like no idea, I realize. And so I get this idea while I'm sitting there because I got the lights on and then you got the fan on, right? And I'm like, well, if I shut the fan off and the lights off all at the same time, it's going to seem like a power outage. And we got no windows in our bathroom, so it goes pitch black. So that's exactly what I do. Like, I just nail them all, just boom, and it does. Yeah. So she thinks it's a power outage now. It's pitch black in the bathroom. She opens the curtain, and I just grab her like, oh, like that. Dude, I've never heard my wife scream like that in my life. Like,
so you're sleeping on the couch tonight?
Very well, maybe. And if I am, fucking worth it, man.
Worth it.
Yeah, it was awesome. Yeah, it was a fun time this morning. Like, I ran for it, bro. I ran for it though afterwards.
Yeah, that sounds like you deserved an ass beat down for that.
Probably do. Man, let's get into AEW, dude. What did you think of the show tonight? It was fucking great, wasn't it?
Fucking incredible show, like legit. Like I'm pretty much well caught up on AEW. Like I don't watch it, like I said, like as soon as it comes on, because I was normally on the NXT show. But this is probably one of the better shows of theirs. It was definitely better than both of the Fighter Fest shows for sure.
By far. I think there was less pressure. There was less
Yeah.
advertising and less pressure for Fight for the Fallen. And I just want to
JR
say it
kept
let them
calling.
excel, man. You didn't set the bar too high on anything, and then they just exceeded all expectations all night long, man.
And JR's ass kept calling it Fighter Fest all night. That was awesome.
You know what's crazy is I never pick up on JR's botches. I really don't, man.
Because you just automatically assume he doesn't do any. And then, like, even when they were
just fills me in. I don't know, man. I don't know.
and then like it was the bigger he did it a couple times, but it was like as he was talking and he just talked through it, so you didn't really pay attention to it. But then the last one, as they were signing off, it like threw it fucked Jericho up. He was like trying to respond to it, and he realized what he said. Yeah, it was fucking priceless.
Oh yeah. My wife's in the chat all pissed now. She's sending out angry face emojis. Yeah. Oh, I forgot to mention. I know we said Rob's gone. Kevin's fine. Kevin didn't go nowhere.
Yeah.
He essentially just threw out his back. So said he wasn't feeling it tonight. I told him we'd be good.
Yeah, we got this.
Yeah, man. Hey, did you look for the secret hashtag throughout the night?
Absolutely not.
No? I did. Like, I jumped on it. I couldn't help it. I was like, hey, man, look.
It was actually like good fucking wrestling going on. Like I was not paying attention at all. Like I was laser focused on
picture in picture.
Never, I definitely wasn't paying attention then.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize they were doing that to my daughter. I was like fucking around on Twitter or something, checking around. My daughter was like, "You gonna watch the show?" I'm like, "It's not even on. It's on commercial." She was like, "No, it's not. They're wrestling right there." And I'm like, "Oh, they are, aren't they?"
Yeah, they were. It was good. I mean, they've been trying to find ways to get people to not obviously
Change the
to
channel.
not swap channels between
Yeah.
them and NXT. And so they've been enticing people with picture-in-picture. And now they're just resorting to flat-out bribery. Once you get there, man, you can buy me. Yeah, you could easily buy me.
Absolutely.
Evilise was in the crowd.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know much about Evilise, but I see her all over Twitter. People are really high on her. Do you have any insight?
Fucking dope. And she wrestled a lot of intergender matches in Lucha. What is the other one? I always forget what it's called. Lucha Underground, yeah. Lucha Underground. Well, and she did some matches in AAA as well, but definitely was pretty legit in Lucha Underground for sure. Like she's top flight. She's probably going to be one of their better women, if not the best. If they book her right, she should be one of their top 2 or 3 women out the gate.
That's sick, man. Yeah, I saw that on Twitter, and I saw a lot of people getting hyped. I was like, well, I better catch up. AEW's been great for that first year for me to learn about a lot of new wrestlers. Yeah. It's just an entire new roster. And when Vince and we covered Synergy fight for the first responders, that was part of the excitement, is learning those new people too. So I really do get excited discovering new wrestlers. I think one of the biggest people that's won me over, perfect transition, and actually this is Sonny Kiss. Knew nothing about Sonny Kiss when he debuted, and then it's really been since the teaming with Joey Janela that I've just been won over by both of them. I feel like their dynamic was great. And then Cody Rhodes is really starting to elevate people and do good with that open challenge weekly, building up hype. And they had an awesome match. One of the fun spots that caught my eye was actually Sonny Kiss laying out Cody Rhodes in the corner and doing like a flipping axe kick to his gut. I thought that was actually pretty dope.
I mean, everything he did was fucking dope. I mean, it was. I knew that he could wrestle. Like, I haven't watched Dark a lot. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm starting to catch up on that, but I haven't really paid attention. So I didn't realize how many matches they had and how many people that weren't on the main show that are actually on there. So I'm definitely going to start looking out for that a little bit more. But yeah, this match was fucking fire and a hell of a way to start the show off. I mean, it was, and I love that we're slowly getting into heel Cody.
Yep. Not doing that, just flipping the switch
Yeah.
out of nowhere. Little hints here and there. Yeah, for it, man. I'm digging it. Yeah, Cody was starting to get aggressive during the match. That's what you're alluding to. Is Cody was starting to get aggressive.
Questioning the ref.
Yeah. Alabama slammed Sonny on the ramp. That was pretty brutal. Tore off the turnbuckle. So that was the obvious one. That was like if you're not catching on, here's an obvious one for you. Yeah, he tore the turnbuckle off at one point. It backfired. Sonny Kiss came close, but I feel like it's right now unless it's like one of those ones like with John Cena who just got beat out of nowhere. It's pretty safe to say that TNT title isn't going anywhere for a while. Probably not until they finish the damn thing. But yeah, so Cody ends up winning with the Crossroads. Sign of sportsmanship between him and Sonny Kiss afterwards. Gives him a big hug. Really, really helps Sonny Kiss feel like a big deal. And while I was watching the match, the big thing that came across my mind is, can I picture Sonny as a mid-card champion? And I can easily say yes.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, because that's what I was picturing when Sonny Kiss had TNT title, and I was like, yeah.
And this is my thing with them is like they've always been preaching this diversity shit, but I don't think they have been executing as well as they think they have. And this right here was like a step in that direction. Like I'm fucking into it. Like he was dope. Like I no matter how he dressed or what his intro was or anything like that, like inside that fucking squared circle, that man was fucking legit. He was awesome. Like
yeah, he can go, man. Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely can go.
Kicking off or following up one great match is another one. And hey, spoiler alert, there isn't a bad match on this card.
Not one.
There's a mediocre match, but there's not a bad match anywhere. But yeah, FTR come out next. They're taking on the Lucha Bros. I mean, this is just classic like tag team, old school tag team, mixing it up with the High Flyer Spots Fest. They did have a botch though. They did have that weird botch where the Lucha Bros tried to do that like wheelbarrow flip onto like one of the guys from FTR, and it took them like 2 attempts to get it, but it was early on and they got the momentum back, and it was just all in all a lot of fun. FTR, they won it. Actually, how did they win? I've already forgotten how they won.
I have too. I'm not even going to lie.
I just know they took the victory, man. They did take the victory. It was a lot of fun. But what came up afterwards was terrific too. So if you haven't been watching, the Butcher and the Blade have taken off with FTR's truck. And the Butcher and the Blade are in front of the truck. FTR's in the ring. They're teasing them with the keys and everything. Little do they know the Young Bucks were behind them. Super kicked the shit out of them. Grabbed the keys. And out comes Kenny Omega with a cooler full of beer, which this tickled me. Because usually you get some like generic logo. They just took Miller Lite and shamelessly Sharpied over the light.
Literally, and it didn't do a very good job of it either.
I saw that Miller logo a mile away, man. It was so fucking... Oh, I laughed when I saw that. I chuckled. I like it, though. I like that cheesy shit. Yeah, Kenny's trying to make up for pouring out and disrespecting FTR's beer last week. This week, they go ahead, pour the beer on Kenny, which obviously he's not a fan of. And you really getting the tension going. Young Bucks hold him back, though, because they all have a match. The Elite's taking on Jurassic Express. Later on in the evening, FTR go ahead, exit. I think I caught like Dax was actually trying to chug the cooler on the way out, man.
Yeah, he like dumped it on his head,
like to drink it, or he just gave himself a freaking ice bath.
I think he just ice bathed himself because he was fucking. They looked like they were about to die after that match. we forget too how long they've been off the TV and how many actual matches they haven't had compared to everybody else.
Not to mention, you're outside in that humidity in Jacksonville, Florida, man.
Right.
That's just hot as fuck.
But they were the perfect opponents for them, though. These are the type of matches that they excel at. I mean, this is a dope ass match. I mean, there's no other way around it.
Fuck
Ray Phoenix is one of my favorite wrestlers, like in the world. I met him before. I've taken pictures with him. Like he's one of my favorites. So yeah, this match was dope as fuck.
Did you notice as they were cutting the commercial, FTR's truck wouldn't start?
Yeah,
Dude,
and they were trying to. You could see they were like trying to get away from it, and they were like, it was too late.
Like with like a half a second, you see once again, I think it's Dax. You see him throw his hands up right as they cut the commercial, and it wasn't part of the skit because they never came back to it. So
no,
it was just the truck wouldn't start.
Excuse me.
Oh man, what'd you think of Jericho's ratings promo, ratings and demo promo he cut in the ring?
Classic fucking Jericho. That's the only thing I could think of.
Yo, wait to take chicken shit and turn it into chicken salad. Though.
Yeah, we lost in the ratings, but we wanted a demographic. Like, okay.
But you know what I mean is everyone's throwing a fit over people talking about the demos, and it really rubs people the wrong way. So why not have a heel character?
Well, that's who it originally was anyway, was him sharing about the ratings shit that everybody got all pissed off about. So why not just keep riding it out? Like, I mean, it's classic Jericho, like I said. I mean,
I can't wait to tune into Twitter tomorrow and just see everybody posting like AEW's taking cheap shots. I'd be like, man, no, that was really clever if you think about it.
Yeah.
Man. It really riles people up talking about ratings, and so why not have a bad guy start talking about fucking ratings? He even labeled himself because it's the demo. It's if you guys aren't paying attention, you're not on Twitter and all that stuff. When people talk about the ratings between AEW and NXT, it's like total viewership isn't really the number that people are often looking to. It's the 18 to 39 demographic because that's where those are the people that spend the money. So although NXT the last couple of weeks has won the overall viewership, AEW has won over the demographic, the important part. And apparently people get really riled up, man, when you talk about ratings.
I want to know where's all these 58-year-old people at watching
NXT.
NXT. Like, I'm like what?
That's what I'm saying.
Like, what?
I don't know. Maybe it's people that just fall asleep with the USA Network on. What's on before NXT?
Well, yeah, like NCIS or some shit like that, I think.
There you go, man. It's just they fall asleep watching NCIS.
Jesus.
Oh shit. Hell yeah, man. Jericho and Inner Circle come out. They got all that orange juice and everything. They're going to pour one out for Orange Cassidy because Orange Cassidy had a good match, and Jericho teases having a rematch because people really enjoyed their main event. Of course, like a true heel, he turns it down. And Orange Cassidy appears in the stands and simply gives a thumbs down to Jericho. And then I wonder how high up that giant bucket of orange juice was, but you have
that wasn't no damn orange juice. That was orange drink or Tang or something. That wasn't no damn orange juice. That looked like orange Kool-Aid or like those gallons of orange drink.
There was like orange peels that came down too, man. It was kind of gross, but it was like several bathtubs worth of orange juice that came down, and I threw this out on Twitter, but I said Ortiz took notes from HBK selling to Hulk Hogan in the ring because that dude was swimming. Reminded me when Stone Cold beer bathed everyone and Vince McMahon was stuck trying to swim in the middle of the ring. Ortiz is a treasure, dude. I love him.
Yeah, he's one of the better parts of that stable for sure. Just his comedy and shit and everything. Like sometimes it's over the top, but they need it sometimes.
Yeah. You think we're getting a rematch? This has to lead to a rematch, right?
Yeah, and unless they're gonna do like they'll probably do like a 6-man or something before that, but it's got to turn into a rematch.
Yeah, I wonder if Orange Cassidy actually pick up a win. Jericho hasn't. I don't think Jericho's lost other than to Moxley.
I don't think he has either.
Yeah, I don't think he's lost a singles match.
Well, didn't he lose like a tag match or not something to Scorpio Sky?
Yes, yeah, he did lose in a tag match because that's what got Scorpio Sky
his title shot.
And then of course he lost in that Stadium Stampede, the 5-on-5.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me, man. I got like heartburn all of a sudden. Oh man, but yeah, no, Jericho's good, man. He's the demo god.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, I, I genuinely felt bad for him because after he got drenched, and they're signing off to commercial, and he's got the Orange Cassidy towel, which was a very nice touch. He literally had to go from that segment to doing commentary for the rest
For
of
an
the
hour.
fucking night.
For a whole fucking hour sitting in that shit.
I wonder if commercials, like between commercials, like they at least just like hosed him off with water or something, to try and get like, I would imagine there's like citrus or something, man.
And the thing I noticed about his commentary, like commentary Jericho and wrestler Jericho are not the same person.
No,
Like not in any way, shape, or form.
He's someone now. I don't know if it'd be below him or not, but when he does hang it up, wrestling wise,
Yeah.
I really hope we get like 5+ years of him on commentary.
Oh, this has to be. I mean, he's been doing it too much for it not to be.
Yeah.
Either something that they're trying to try him out for, or something that he's trying out for to do when it's said and done. Because he's fucking legit.
He crushes it every time.
Yeah.
What was killing me was Excalibur getting his cheap shots in. He's
Yeah.
like, I hope you wash that jacket with Scotch Guard. And then he shows the replay to Jericho. And then, of course, he plugs that you can buy that Orange Cassidy towel on AEW's website. Yeah. Oh, shit, man. What'd you think of the Jurassic Express taking on the Elite match?
That was a dope ass fucking match. Like, and I'm not here for the Marco Stunt shit. Like, I think that me and my son, we actually looked up his measurements and shit. Like, he is the exact same size as my 14-year-old son. Same height, same weight, everything.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, yeah. And if I see one more damn Canadian destroyer, I'm going to lose my fucking mind.
Listen, as cheesy as it was, that was pretty damn cool.
Yeah, that was dope. Don't get me wrong.
In a
it
bubble,
was dope.
that was a really cool fucking spot, man.
Yeah, how they set everything. I mean, clearly it was set up, and the setup didn't make a fucking lick of sense. But
no. The tower,
the payoff, the payoff was dope, though. I'm not gonna, I won't hold it back. And I'm finally getting what I don't know if it was this show or the unpopular opinions I was talking about, where heel Kenny has to happen. That's the only thing left to do.
That was definitely the best part of this match. I mean, now this was my favorite match of the night. Like
mine too.
Although, like I said, it's not by a long shot. All the matches were really good. Couple things about the match really quick, just because these 6 guys tear it up. I want to get a singles match between Jungle Boy and Nick Jackson out of this. Their opener, just little segment was baller. I do appreciate that because Marco Stunt really has no business like in singles matches. So I do appreciate they find ways to utilize him in these tag matches and make it somewhat believable.
Yeah.
Some stuff's a stretch, but some other spots really nice.
Really, besides the Destroyer, everything else, I mean, it wasn't so much a stretch, but I mean, it was smart wrestling for a guy that doesn't belong in the ring with those guys. I mean, he made the Bucks look like they were fucking 6'6". You know what I'm saying? Like,
exactly. For bits and pieces, man, I do appreciate what they do. And then like I've said, I've always been high on Luchasaurus. I think Luchasaurus is a great guy. I'd love to see him sniff a title picture at some point in his career, as long as he can stay healthy. Because, like I said, he has got a dangerous style for a dude built the way he's built. But yeah, ultimately, Kenny Omega ends up pinning Marco Stunt with the One-Wing Angel. And then after the match, Kenny, by this way, has been a clean-cut babyface for pretty much this last year. After the match...
hold up, before you even get there, I think you need to talk about what happened, how many times, the V-triggers and the Snapdragons. Like, you
go ahead, man.
Oh, well, as we were saying, as the match wound down, Kenny was doing some kind of questionable things, but he literally, I haven't seen a V-trigger that bad since he's been in Japan. Like,
the one that he gave to Marco
Yeah, at the end,
it would
like,
take your soul, bro.
yeah, it looked like some UFC shit, like legit. Like it looked terrible. And then how the snapdragon on him, like it literally looked like Jericho said, he's like, yeah, of course you can do anything in the ring with Marco's son. It's like wrestling with your 5-year-old son, and that's what it looked like.
Yes.
Oh my God, this was, and that using Marco's stunt for stuff like this too was perfect too. This was the perfect way to kind of get Kenny in, use somebody that you know the crowd is going to be fucking like losing their shit over.
Yeah.
Super sympathetic for, and they played now. It made more sense once we got to that. Like, why the hell are they having this match? Like, just like you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think I've seen anything about them. Like, even like talking backstage or anything. Like, where the hell did this match come from? And now, once this happened and everything at the end of the match, it made sense.
Yeah, no, it did, man. I'm here for heel Kenny, man. After the match, like I said, he pins Marco with that one wing angel, gets a 3 count. He's still on top of Marco. He looks like he's about to help him up. Instead, he just starts beating the piss out of him, frantically for just a moment, a moment, just long enough for the Bucks to peel him off, and talk him down. And he's like, "What? It's a match." And I loved the actual banter between the two teams.
Yeah,
I do love that you hear more people communicating with each other like they're humans instead of just brawl here, brawl there.
right.
Yeah, so I do love. I appreciated that. But man, yeah, you're getting glimpses of. I'm hoping, just go with the cleaner, Kenny Omega. Yeah,
absolutely.
Getting that guy back. Some people say he was cringe as the cleaner. But I mean,
He was. That was the point.
Yeah, man. He was like a freaking anime bad guy.
Yeah, for some of the stuff for Kenny too is that what people don't get, it goes over their head for what he's trying to do. Like, and he's not doing anything like extra, like, you know what I'm saying, anything like that. It just goes over people's head what he's trying to come across. And he is a video game fanatic, and that's all the cleaner was an over the top video game boss. That's it. Like, it wasn't anything more. It wasn't like anything else. I think some of his small things, because he doesn't, I don't want to say he overthinks it, but everything is so overly simplified that some people make it out to be more than what it is, which his whole babyface run has been that. Like, no one got it. It didn't make sense. It's time to end it. Let's go full on cleaner. Do whatever we got to do to get him to that title. That's all I'm sure. And we didn't bring this up. I liked how Adam Page and FTR were together back in the back.
Oh yeah, Adam Page drinking. I love. So if you haven't really watched AEW that much, when they do the nameplate graphics, there's usually like a little tag, like slight description of you, and AEW's always ran it very loose to have some fun. And tonight's for Hangman Page, because Hangman Page always gets the best ones. Tonight, it labeled him as an unlicensed bartender.
Yeah, saying that.
Yeah, man, that's pretty.
And cool. that splash of Diet Coke he put in that Jack. Like, just a splash.
Man, I'm here for the like. So what you got? So I saw people speculating this: Tully, Sean Spears, FTR, and Adam Hangman Page, 4 Horsemen crew.
Yeah,
could be off base. It could be off base, but definitely Hangman and FTR absolutely make all the sense in the world, man.
I know that. I hope that, like, I like Sean Spears and I like the angle with him and Tully, but I hope they don't put him with them. Like, he's not on their level in any way, shape, or form. And I think
just be the first one beat out of the group.
Yeah, I guess if you're going to do that,
started with him and then beat him out. So make you guys seem even like bigger heels.
But my thing is too, like, I wish that they would just start like a huge like jobber faction. Because he was looking at everybody. He was looking at Sonny Kiss. He was looking at some of the women. Like, he was looking at everybody. Like, why not just make like their own, like, we all fucking suck. Let's band together and take over.
Mm-hmm. Do like kind of like a Nexus angle, man. Just realize it's going to be strength in numbers.
Right.
Because that was supposed to be Dark Order, but social distancing is really ruining stuff like that. So
yeah.
I will say it's going to be odd having heels turn on heels, because that's kind of the direction we're going. Hangman and FTR are obviously going to go heel, and Kenny's about to go heel. Like, But I mean, I'm here. I believe if anyone can pull it off, AEW can. I think they're creative enough with their storytelling that you can have two bad guys, not like each other. It's always odd. It's just something we're not used to. Sheeta's laying out an open challenge, man. You think what we mentioned earlier, Evilise, that would be an awesome debut for her.
No, I think they had already announced her debut. It was versus someone else, like
Oh, I missed that completely.
Montehega or whatever her name. I can't remember. I don't watch the show enough because I don't know how to say her name. But yeah. Evilise she's debuting next week.
Okay. Yeah, because Sheeta was backstage. It's crazy. 4 out of the top 5 are unable to compete in the women's division. That is some rough luck, man.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, Nyla Rose is number 1 contender again, but I'm honestly over Nyla in the title picture. I want to see Nyla do her own thing. It's kind of like how I picture Brock Lesnar. I was like, dude, I would love to see Brock tear the hell out of people without the belt. Like, it's just like have him as his own attraction instead of with the belt. So I'm hoping that's the direction we go with Nyla.
I'm kind of in on her and Vicky Guerrero.
Yeah, so that was later, but might as well touch on it now. Yeah, huge debut, man. Vicky Guerrero. Are you fucking kidding me, man? I was so happy.
Yeah.
So happy, dude. I hated Vicky. I fucking hated Vicky Guerrero in WWE, but now, like, I appreciate her. She cut a good promo, too.
Yeah, like you could tell that even though she wasn't born to do this or hasn't, but we still forget she's been around for fucking 15 years now almost in the business.
Probably longer than that.
That's what I'm saying. She took, like a 4 or 5 year hiatus to when she was getting her degree or whatever she did when she quit WWE, but she's been doing independence and working in Mexico and stuff. Like, she's been around. So, I mean, at this point, she's a veteran. So
hell yeah. Yeah, I think she's going to be a great presence on screen. I am really liking, like I said, I'm not a shill. I like all wrestling, but I do compliment AEW for their unique things that we're not getting elsewhere. And I do love the amount of management presence we have.
Yeah.
That's one thing that I think a lot of people miss in WWE and have asked WWE to go ahead and bring back is the classic manager roles. And it does feel like almost half the damn roster has managers by this point, man. So, but I'm here for it.
Well, that's what I was hoping, like, with them doing that, maybe, like you said, with Tully and all them, like, maybe we'll get some more factions instead of just these one-offs. Mm-hmm. Like, because I hate the trios. I know trios are a thing, especially with AEW. It's a little bit more entwined with them because of their, like, Japanese and lucha influences. So I get it a little bit more. Mm-hmm. I kind of give them a pass for it compared to WWE. But Inner Circle is the only faction we have that's not 3 people in any promotion, really.
Outside of Japan, yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, I guess Dark Order now, technically, but...
Oh, yeah. But the Dark Order doesn't have, like... I mean, granted, yeah, Dark Order's still a faction, but I do like that they're, like, just like the nameless bad guys faction. Like, classic movies.
But their core is 3, though. It's them, Uno, and Dos, or whatever.
No, Uno, Uno, Stu Grayson, Evil Uno, Stu Grayson, and, oh, fuck, why is his name slipping my mind right now? Brody Lee.
Yeah.
Yep. And then you have all the creepers who are nameless. They're referred to by numbers. Unless you watch Being the Elite, which, by the way, if you're watching AEW, you gotta watch Being the Elite, man. It's good for a laugh. It doesn't always hit, but they have really good stuff on it.
They need a trios title. Yeah. If you're gonna run all these trios and have all these groups, they definitely need a trios title.
Speaking of not only management, another thing that AEW does pretty good is if you happen to have close relationships or friends, you can be there to support each other without being faction, tag team, interfering.
Yeah.
And that's what we've seen with the Nightmare Sisters. We've seen Brandy Rhodes out supporting Dustin Rhodes whenever he's tag teaming with like Cutie Marshall and stuff like that.
Yeah, she's their manager technically, I guess.
Yeah, and then on the flip side, now Brandy is teaming up with Allie. They made their Dynamite / main roster debut.
I guess they're 3-0 on
Dark. Yeah. And then you have, of course, Dustin outside supporting them. And so I like that. I do like just the extra presence of people. they took on Kenzie Page and MJ Jenkins. This was the one match where I was like, it was kind of, I guess, to establish this team.
I totally forgot about this match. If I'm being 100% honest,
well, I could see why.
That's why I said there was no bad matches on there because this one is completely out of my head.
It wasn't a bad match. It was pretty much just a squash match, but it pretty much just was able to introduce the crowd to the dynamic that Brandy and Allie are winning together, but they hate dysfunctional. They don't like each other.
It's the bar. It's a female bar.
Yeah, there you go.
And Brandy's still like, her in-ring work is kind of, Allie's wasn't too terrible. And I liked Allie's finisher, too. It was pretty dope. It's kind of like a...
Yeah, I thought she was going to do a crossroads. But...
I thought she was, too, yeah.
Hey, look, I'll give them, Brandy's trying. And until she's, like, hurting people or just flat out god-awful, I'm all for letting people develop. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I'm with that, too, but keep them on dark.
Yeah.
This match was unnecessary.
There is a line you got to tell. Hey, at least they didn't take up too much airtime.
Yeah,
I'll say that.
I wish
she would 5 minutes.
Yeah, I don't even. That's said. I don't even remember. I wish she would have kept going with her collective thing. Now, I was actually into that. Man, legit.
You were alone on that one, bro.
It had potential.
Dude, that's done. I'm so happy they scrapped that.
Well, once Kong was gone too, I mean that pretty much killed everything. But
yeah,
I think she had picked some better people. But the actual gist of it, the core of what it was, I was kind of into it.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
Better than her being a wrestler.
Yeah. This got us to the main event, man. This was my first time being introduced to, I think, Cage, in a decent singles match. To see, the first move that I saw him do where he grabbed the ropes and he threw that big kick. I was like, okay. Yeah. I was like, oh, shit. Cage got some kicks in there.
He's literally like a giant version of Tony Nese.
Yeah, there you go. He's pretty agile for a big boy.
Yeah. We didn't even get to see it. He can high fly. He can do the standing shooting stars. He can do 450s. He can literally do all that, and he can probably pick up. I know for a fact he could powerbomb Keith Lee. I've seen him do it to Jeff Cobb numerous times. Holy shit. Yeah, his strength is out here. Yeah,
he ain't the tallest guy, but he is jacked.
Well, how many reps did he give? How many reps did he give Moxley there, to start the match?
6 or 7 in there, man.
And then just chucked him over his head like it was nothing.
Curling him, yeah, dude. He was good. He was really good. I know this is where a lot of people give AEW shit. I can see it because they didn't declare this match a no DQ match. However, you did have them outside the ring forever. Cage was suplexing Mox onto the guardrail and through a chair, and yet they still let the match continue.
Well, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was gonna say I do wish there were some rules laid out. It's not hard to say it's a no DQ match or something like that. You know what I mean? It's not hard to just go ahead and say, hey, look, these guys want to brawl so bad. We know they can't keep it to the confine of the rules. No DQ, falls count anywhere, whatever. That doesn't mean it has to turn into a glorified hardcore match. It just would allow you to have those spots you have planned out and for it to make sense.
I guess for me, I look at it as the ECW thing. Every match was technically no disqualification.
Yeah, see that is what opens AEW up to a lot of people's criticism is they run they do run the loosest with their rules. But hey,
which of all the things I don't like about them, that one is not that one doesn't bother me as much as some of the other shit.
Yeah, all right. I mean, that's fair. That's good. My favorite thing about this match was the storytelling, though. Yes. So good. Mox attacking that bicep that Cage has just recovered from. It kept him on the shelf for the better part of a year. Throughout the whole match, that's what he was working. And Taz, being a very tough guy, showed incredible fucking intelligence, man. Because Moxley got an armbar on Cage and then went belly down. And if you know a thing about MMA, when they go belly down, that's a wrap,
lights out.
Your
arm is done.
Yeah. And the fact that Taz had the presence of mind to throw in the towel and JR picked up right on it. Your boy can't make money. You know what I mean? There's no sense in him going out another 8 months. They sold that spot perfectly. For just being straight up, flat out intelligence. You know.
Yeah. And this was the first match from Moxley where I actually saw like that crazy, stupid shit that he portrays out the window. Him just be a badass dude that's smart and is going to do whatever he has to do to win the match. Sometimes he has to brawl. If he has to brawl and put you through a table, fine. But in this match, it showed I'm not going to be able to just brawl with this big ass fucking dude. He's going to fuck me up. I have to have a game plan. And that's I can honestly say this is probably the best Moxley / Gene Ambrose match that I have personally seen. Like, I loved it that like. Dude, this match had it.
Moxley just got a compliment from fucking RN on the show.
I never thought I would actually fucking say that, but like, and you could tell too, they didn't fake it. Like how sometimes, like when somebody gets injured, they go off the opposite leg and say that. Like when he pulled his shit out, you could see the scar where he got the tricep surgery. You could see the scar was still there, and he was punching in that shit and everything. I'm like, holy shit, Moxley is actually coming in with a game plan. Let's go.
Did you watch his match with Brody Lee?
Yeah, like I said, that was another one too. That one was decent. I think that one.
I was a big fan of that finish too. Moxley has good finishes in his matches.
Yeah, which he has a mind. That's just saying. You can tell he has a mind, but I don't think that his character, how he wants it to come off, to me, I never got it. Like even moving over to AEW and him being more creative with it and everything. Like to me, it's all still the same shit. It's you know what I'm saying? Like nothing of it has been. This match though was something different for me at least. Like I saw him have a game plan. Like, look, this guy's he's gonna toss me around or knock me the hell out. So I got to figure out something fast. And from the jump, he went after the arm. Like that was like, goddamn, like that's actually smart. That's a champion's mindset. Do what you got to do to keep the belt. If you got to take him out for another year, have at it.
Oh yeah, man, it was looking real good too. I like the post match. Cage picks up that FTW championship that he's got. Lays out Moxley. Lights go out. They come back. Darby Allin's out there on the top rope with his skateboard. Blast the shit out of Cage's face. Oh my god, dude. And and Darby Allin's back. And I'm telling you, that kid has just got that it factor to him.
Yeah.
Man.
He's gonna fucking kill himself though. Like even that move, like put the fucking skateboard down. Stop. The coffin drop is okay, but don't coffin drop onto a guardrail or to a table. 30 like I don't know. Like I love him a lot. Like especially like from Evolve, that's where I loved him from. But
yeah,
like I don't see this kid like lasting. Like he's always hurt.
Yeah, no, you're right. He is always hurt, man.
Like the move that hurt himself too is like he did that like dive off the ladder with the skateboard onto nothing. Didn't hit anyone. Wasn't anywhere near anyone. Just jumped off the top of a 20-foot ladder with
nuts, man. He is nuts.
Like, come on, man.
And like you know what's crazy is he's got the look and feel too as well. Like it's not like okay. So for instance, Jeff Hardy back in the day looked really cool, but what added to it was his death-defying stunts. If he didn't have those death-defying stunts, Jeff Hardy would have been a very bland guy back in the day because he didn't really have an awesome arsenal to make up for those moves. Darby Allin's character work, vibe, everything about him outside, like his moveset, coffin drop stuff, that's second to me. Like I like Darby Allin for that character. And then, you know, like I said, his style is really cool. I really liked his match with Cody Rhodes, and he showed that he's got a technical side. He's good. So you're right. He doesn't have to kill himself. He's got a lot of other like characteristics that
he's got that like to me, he's like a new school, like black and white Sting. Yeah. Like that's the vibe I always get from him. Like
telling you, man, yeah. And you don't have to kill yourself. So I do agree with you that he could chill out, man. I'm just wondering if the man is able to.
Right. And the thing is, to a skateboard, you don't have to jump off shit to fuck somebody up with a skateboard. You know what I'm saying? Like you can just hit somebody with a fucking skateboard and knock them out and like take their life. Like you don't have to jump from a ladder or from the top rope and mess somebody up with a skateboard. You know what I'm saying? Like
you. Matt Rambo's in the chat and he says, "Bro, I messed up bad on a skateboard once." He said, "Someone I know said I could ride over some railroad tracks if I go fast enough." That's a true story because that someone's me.
Okay.
Back in the day, Rambo and a bunch of us, we used to all skateboard a lot. And
Yeah.
there was this hill, man, you could go over the tracks if you did it just right. And I've done it a couple times. I encouraged Matt Rambo to do it. His wheels stuck. They just went into the tracks and
Immediately.
his ass was gone. His ass was gone. Yeah, my bad, Rambo. I forgot all about that shit. But yeah, dude. But that was AEW, man. It was
Watch it.
Uh-oh.
Kind of back. Say something.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yep, you're back.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. I think my connection's kind of loose from messing with it yesterday. But that was AEW, man. What a hell of a show, RN, for you to debut,
Right.
on. So appreciate that, bro. Maybe you'll be back. Maybe you'll come back and do some more with us.
Yeah, I can see that happening.
I'm fairly certain Kev will be back next week. Yeah, you guys, thank you for joining us tonight. Make sure to tune in. If you're watching this on Thursday, tune in tonight or tomorrow on Friday and check out episode 2 of the Unpopular Wrestling Opinion Show. That has secretly been like my favorite thing to shoot lately.
Yeah.
RN, you're on that as well.
Yeah,
Yeah, we got RN on it. Thomas, the VP of Wrestling News World, he's on it. He returned from episode 1. And then, of course, Ring of Honor's wrestler who was also at Synergy recently, LSG. He was kind enough to join us. It was a lot of fun having him on as well. But yeah, man, so make sure to tune in, check that out. Otherwise, go ahead, hop over, check out NXT. I believe Vince, Smacking It Raws, Matt Ritter's going to be on there, and I believe even our own Jay Thunder will be on too, so that'll be good.
Yep.
Go ahead. Also, RN, tell him to go ahead and plug your YouTube channel, man.
Yeah, if you guys want to see some funny shit and be offended, definitely look us up. Mean Jelly Bean Productions. We're Mean Jelly Bean Productions on YouTube. Mean Jelly Bean Memes on Facebook. You can also hit me up on Twitter. Hashtag Smacked NXT. You know what I'm saying? That's the home team. But Mr. 8984 on Twitter. Aaron Real Petty on Facebook. Definitely hit me up. I'm down to argue about pretty much anything you want to argue about. I got time. So
yeah, we got that clip of you losing your shit on the Smacking It Raw podcast.
I'm not calling no grown man thick boy.
Hey, listen, if you do go over to Mean Jelly Bean Productions on YouTube, I advise you look up, as long as you're not photo sensitive, look up Sandwiches and HJs. That shit still makes me laugh, man. I've seen that thing several times now, so that was good.
That's the one that catches everybody.
Yeah, dude.
Especially my son's friends' moms and stuff too.
But once again, thank you guys for joining us. And until next time, of course, y'all have a good one.
Peace out, everybody.